He had millions in the bank, yet every woman he dated believed he could barely afford dinner. For 3 years, millionaire single dad Daniel Harper pretended to be broke on every blind date, watching smiles fade the moment the bill arrived. But one night, a quiet waitress changed everything, and what she did after discovering his secret would force him to question who was really testing whom. Daniel thought he was testing women for love until he met someone who never tried to impress him at all. Daniel Harper learned the hard way that money could buy attention, but never sincerity. At 38, he owned one of the fastest-growing logistics companies in the state. His office overlooked the city skyline, his garage held cars he rarely drove, and his bank account carried numbers most people only dreamed about. Yet every evening he returned not to luxury parties or social events, but to a modest suburban home where his 7-year-old daughter Lily waited with crayons scattered across the floor. Lily was the only reason he still believed in love. 2 years earlier, his wife had passed away after a sudden illness. The grief hollowed him out, leaving behind a man who worked endlessly during the day and read bedtime stories with forced smiles at night. After months of loneliness, friends convinced him to start dating again. That was when Daniel discovered something painful. The moment women learned he was wealthy, everything changed. Conversations became performances, and laughter sounded rehearsed. Future plans appeared too quickly. Some spoke more about vacations than values. Others subtly asked about investments before learning his daughter's name. So Daniel created an experiment. On every blind date, he dressed simply: faded jeans, worn sneakers, an old hoodie. He told women he worked freelance delivery jobs while raising his daughter alone. He chose inexpensive cafes instead of luxury restaurants, and almost every time the result was the same. Polite smiles faded. Phones appeared. Excuses followed. "I just don't think we're compatible." After dozens of failed dates, Daniel stopped expecting surprises, until one rainy Thursday night. The restaurant was small, warm, and nearly empty. His blind date canceled 15 minutes after arriving, claiming an emergency the moment she realized he wasn't successful. Daniel sighed and asked for coffee before leaving. That's when he noticed her. The waitress moved quietly between tables, her hair tied back, exhaustion visible beneath her calm expression. She didn't flirt, didn't linger, didn't perform friendliness for tips. She simply worked. Her name tag read, Maya. When she placed his coffee down, she noticed his tired eyes. "A long day?" she asked gently. Daniel gave a small laugh. A long few years. Most people change the subject after answers like that. Maya didn't. She nodded like she understood. And somehow he found himself talking. Not about money, not about success, but about Lily refusing to eat vegetables. About bedtime stories. About learning to braid hair from YouTube videos after his wife died. Maya listened. Not impressed, not pitying, just present. When the bill came, Daniel checked his wallet and frowned intentionally. "I might be a little short tonight," he admitted, embarrassed. He had rehearsed this moment many times. Usually came judgment. Instead, Maya quietly picked up the check. "It's okay," she said. "These single parents look out for each other." Daniel blinked. "You don't even know me." She smiled faintly. "You talked about your daughter for 20 minutes. That tells me enough." For the first time in years, someone saw him without calculating his worth. He left that night unsettled, because for once, the test hadn't worked the way he expected. Daniel thought revealing his fortune would change everything, but Maya's reaction shattered the truth he had built his life around. Daniel returned to the restaurant the next night, then again the following week. He told himself it was coincidence, but deep down, he wanted to see Maya again. Their conversations grew longer. She spoke about working double shifts to support her younger brother through college after their parents passed away. Dreams she postponed, opportunities she sacrificed. She never complained. One evening, Daniel arrived early and noticed something unexpected. Maya slipping leftover food into small containers. "Oh, for waste?" he asked. She shook her head. "There's a shelter 2 blocks away. They run short sometimes. No cameras, no praise, no audience, just kindness." That night, Lily insisted on meeting a dad's coffee friend. Maya knelt to Lily's height, speaking to her as if she mattered more than anything else in the room. Daniel felt something terrifying grow inside him. Hope. Weeks passed before guilt finally caught him. He couldn't keep lying. So one afternoon, he invited Maya to dinner, not at the cafe but at his home. When she arrived, confusion crossed her face as she stared at the large modern house, the quiet neighborhood, the expensive car in the driveway. Daniel swallowed hard. "Dania to tell you something." He explained everything: the fake job, the dates, the tests, the fear of being loved for money instead of who he was. Silence filled the room. Maya didn't look shocked. She looked hurt. "You were testing people," she said softly. "But did you ever think how it feels to be tested?" Daniel's chest tightened. "I just wanted honesty. And I just wanted trust." Her words landed heavier than any rejection he'd faced before. She stood to leave. "I liked you when you were honest about being a father trying his best," she said. "Oh, not when you were pretending to be someone else." For days, Daniel heard nothing from her. And for the first time, wealth couldn't fix his mistake. Then one evening, Lily handed him a drawing. 3 stick figures holding hands. "You look sad," Lily said. Mom used to say real love happens when people stop pretending. Daniel drove straight to the restaurant. Maya was closing. He didn't bring flowers, didn't mention money. "I spent years trying to find someone who loved me without knowing my wealth," he said quietly. "But I realized love also means trusting someone enough to show your truth." Maya studied him. "No performance, no disguise, just Daniel. I'm not perfect," he added. "But I want to stop testing life and start living it." After a long moment, she smiled slightly. "Then maybe," she said, "we start over. No pretending this time." Daniel learned something money never taught him. People don't fall in love with riches or struggles. They fall in love with authenticity. He stopped pretending to be broke. But more importantly, he stopped pretending to be unbreakable. Because the right person doesn't choose you for what you have or pity you for what you lack. They choose you when you finally dare to be real. And sometimes the person who serves your coffee is the one who serves your heart its second chance.